ACH debits are a convenient and inexpensive way to pull money directly from a user's bank account, but they come with the risk of ACH returns. While most ACH transfers are successful, they can be returned, and those that are typically returned due to insufficient funds. Wouldn't it be great if you could find out if an account had enough funds to cover an ACH transfer before you processed it? Well, now you can with Balance, part of the Plaid Signal Payment Risk Platform. The Signal platform is a product family that includes two important products: Balance, which checks an account balance in real time, and Signal Transaction Scores, which uses ML algorithms to predict the chance that a transaction will be returned. But let's talk about Balance today. Now you might be thinking, why do I even need Balance? Isn't that information already there when I call a product like AuthGet? The issue is these balance values are typically cached based on the last time Plaid requested data from the bank, which could be anywhere from a few hours to a few months ago depending on the product. With Balance, we're going out and fetching fresh balance data every time you call the product. You might also be saying, wait, isn't there already a balance endpoint that isn't part of Signal? And the answer is yes. If you're like the 3% of the population that's using Balance for something other than ACH transfers, there's a basic endpoint just for you. But for everyone else, the Signal endpoint contains some no-code evaluation logic and dashboards that you don't get elsewhere, so keep watching. To get started with Balance, head over to the Plaid dashboard and click on the Signal panel. If you don't see it here, talk to your Plaid representative and have them enable it for you. Go to the Rules page. Next, create a rule set. There are two default rule sets that you can start with. Select the one on the right here for balance-only rules. This will generate a starter set of rules for evaluating transactions based on the user's balance. The most important rule is this one here, which will reject any transaction request if the user's available or current balance is less than the amount being transferred. You'll notice most of these other rules are set up to accept a transaction in cases where Plaid is unable to retrieve the user's balance info. This might seem unintuitive, but it helps avoid unnecessary rejections, like when Plaid has verified the user's bank account through microdeposits and doesn't have full access. Save this rule set, give it a name and a key to identify it later. And of course, this is just a starting point. You can change these if you want, add additional rules, or set up different rule sets for different sets of users, all right here from the dashboard. Next, go ahead and create a link token like normal. Make sure to add Signal to the products array alongside any other Plaid products you need. Go through the usual link process and exchange the public token you get back for an access token. Then, when you're ready to request funds, call Signal Evaluate. Pass along the access token, an account ID, a client transaction ID, a unique identifier for this transaction, and the amount. You can also add other information about the user and the transaction, though Balance typically ignores these. Finally, make sure to include the key of the balance-only rule set you created earlier. Plaid will then evaluate the transaction request. It will talk to the user's bank and fetch their most recent balance information. Once Plaid has received this information, we'll evaluate it against the rule set you created and will return those results in the response object. You'll see your user's current and available balance here, and here you'll see the result of Signal's evaluation. A value of accept means it's been accepted, and reroute means that you should try another payment option. Now, a couple of things to note about this call. First, because we are fetching data in real time, this call can take a while. On average, balance calls take 3 seconds, but this could take 30 seconds with some slower banks. Second, this won't protect you against users disputing unauthorized transfers. It also can't predict what the user's balance will be by the time the debit request is processed by the user's bank. So while Balance is great for fetching balance in real time, if you're looking for a faster and more accurate way to guard against ACH returns, you should look into Signal Transaction Scores, which you can enable at this point without any additional code. But that's another video. This has been Balance in 3 minutes, more or less. To find out more about Balance, be sure to check out the documentation and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informational videos like this one. Happy plaiding!